Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Gates of Kal Penn. What brings you to tonight's CSA Artios Awards?
I have a lot of friends now who are casting directors, and so it's part of the art form. I think whether you're an actor or whether you're behind the scenes, and it seemed like a fun thing to be able to celebrate. I got off work early from my show tonight, so I actually was able to make it and figured why not.
Tell me about the show. What are you doing these days?
Working on a show for Hulu called Deadbeat. We actually wrap tomorrow for season 3, so I'm just on the 3rd season. It's been fun. It's about a guy who's a medium and can talk to ghosts. It's a comedy, but kind of a broad, sort of ridiculous, really fun comedy. Shoots here in the city.
Being on Hulu, we're seeing domination now on the streaming networks, from Hulu to Amazon Prime to Netflix. What is it like to have that creative freedom on a channel like Hulu?
So I obviously can't speak for the other channels or even the other shows on Hulu, but what I like, well, I mean, hopefully, right? There's so much great stuff out there, especially on Netflix. So what I like about the show on Hulu is you have a lot more creative freedom. It sort of feels like you're shooting an independent film. We don't have a lot of executives who are always watching what you do. Not that there's anything wrong with that with sort of the big networks, right? It's just a totally different model. And so their version of Let It Riff is literally whatever you want to do. Yeah, let's do 2 or 3 more takes with whatever comes out of your mouth. Much more indie film-like. And a little less structured, and I think there's a benefit to that when it comes to doing broad comedies like I do, right? There's a benefit to having a chance to riff a little bit.
Your thoughts on diversity in Hollywood? It's a topic of the month right now. What are your thoughts? What more needs to be done?
Yeah, I mean, look, the industry's come a long way, obviously, in the last 10 or 15 years, but as evidenced by the last 2 weeks, there's still leaps and bounds that it needs to achieve. I think the bottom line from audiences are willing to accept characters that they haven't seen before in really compelling roles, and that's something that I think that the executive level of Hollywood is a little slow to recognize. You see that when they do that, the shows and movies that they actually cast colorblind do extremely well, right? So Grey's Anatomy, or a lot of the comedies that have been coming out recently. You look at something like Bridesmaids, which not a lot of people of color, but really breaks the model for women. And that kind of stuff does really well. So I hope the Moneymaker guys sort of look at this and say, not just for the shame value, which I totally stand behind, obviously, but it's for the good business and good art. I think it's helpful to be as diverse as possible.